Hi, I'm Joe from Lineup Ninja, and we're going to look at how you can categorize and segment your content using labels. Okay, so often when you're organizing conference, you're going to have themes or streams, and we give you tracks to help you manage all that, and we recommend that that's how you do it. Um, but sometimes you want to have additional categories for your content, so that's what we're going to look at in this video. So I've got my demo event here. We're looking at the agenda planner. So I've already got some stages and a whole bunch of sessions. And you can see from the colors, these represent the tracks for those sessions. Now, this event also has sessions which are running in different languages. So most of them are in English, but I've got a French session here. And if I scroll over here, I've got a couple of Spanish sessions. So what I want to do is differentiate the content based on the language that the session is going to be delivered in. And then I want to provide an English, French, and Spanish language agenda app. So the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to create labels for my categories or for my languages. So I'm going to go over here to Event Settings and then go to Labels. And I've already created a couple of them. So I've got English and Spanish already, but I want to add French. So to add a new label, simply click on the blue plus button. If I want to, at this point, I can assign some of my speakers to this label. So if I know that some of these speakers are French, then I can, let's say Elodie Martin is French, so I can assign her already to this label. And similarly with sessions, I can scroll down through here and say, have I got any sessions which I know are going to happen in French? And here's one here. Okay, so I can just click the green tick button to save that. We can see that the French label has now been applied to Elodie Martin and also to this session. But there are some other ways that I can give these labels to sessions and speakers. So if we go into agenda planning and look at our list of speakers, I can scroll down here and look for speakers who Antoine Rousseau and say, right, they're French. Let's edit them here and give them the French label. Now, if I need to assign that label to lots of speakers, that's potentially quite time consuming. So something else I can do is filter out my list and say, well, in this case, I know that I've already assigned the English label and the Spanish to a lot of my speakers. So I can just say, well, show me all the ones who don't have a label. So filter out the list. And I can see I've now got 11 currently filtered speakers. So I've got Claire Bernard, Francois Lambert. So, yep, most of these are French. So I can just go through and select the speakers who are indeed French from my list of speakers that don't have a label. And just select a whole bunch of these. I've got a couple of TBCs here, so I'm going to skip then. So I've now got 8 records selected from my 11 that are filtered, and I'm just going to go down to my bulk actions down here, and one of them is going to be add label. Choose that, and then choose French, click add labels, and then all those speakers have now been given their French label. So if we can go back and check and say, right, now show me all the speakers with French. Here we are, we can see these are all my French speakers now. So I can do the same thing with my sessions. So just go to labels, which are all the sessions that don't have a label yet. And in this case, it's a bit more interesting because I've got a Chinese language session here. But rather than going through and selecting each one, I can select all of the currently selected rows and then unselect the ones that I know are not going to match. So this Chinese one is not going to be in French. And then I can just have a look down here. Yeah, okay, this one is also not French. And then on page 2, what have we got there? Yep, okay, so all my selected sessions now are all the ones I'm happy they are going to be in French. Go to my bulk actions again and add labels and choose French. That's already chosen for me, add labels. Okay, so that's great. So now I have all my sessions and speakers have all got their respective language labels. And I can use this filter to kind of look at just the Spanish ones or just the French or English and so on. But often I want to actually be working on my agenda planner. So if we look over here on the agenda planner, I can't see those labels here. If I want to see them, I could just go to the settings wheel here and choose to show session labels on my session tiles. And that's now added those labels. If I want, I can also show the speaker's details. And when I've chosen that, I can choose the fields here and say, show me the speaker labels. So that is already selected. I want to show the speaker name, position, and their speaker role. Actually, I don't want to show the position. And that's added all those speakers, and it's showing me their labels in there as well. On the agenda planning view, if I want to filter out those sessions and just look at the ones that have got, let's say, the French language, then I can come to filter sessions, use this drop down and just say, show me just the French sessions. That's going to grey out all these sessions which are not in French. Similarly, if I choose Spanish, then it's going to show me the Spanish ones. And you can do logical and or here as well. So, you can say, show me the ones which are in Spanish and in industry trends, for example. So, and industry trends, and that's grayed out the ones which do not have both of those labels. Okay, so that's great. I've got all my sessions. They've all got their language labels. But now I want to segment my content and show different content to different attendees. So this event has got published my agenda to 3 places at the moment. I've created a Lineup Ninja native web app, which is published here. I've got digital signage, and I've also got a Glean integration, but let's not worry about that for now. So my agenda app looks like this. So this is the timetable view. And at the moment, I've got one agenda app for my whole agenda. So it's showing me all the sessions in all the languages. But what I want to do is create language-specific agenda apps. So I want one for English, but going to show me just the English sessions. A Spanish one that's going to show just Spanish sessions, and similarly one for French. So I'm going to go back into my Publish Agenda page. I'm going to go into the configuration. In here, I can scroll down, and when I come to Filter, Speakers and Sessions, I can say, only show me the speakers that have the English label, and only show me sessions which have the English label as well. So what that's going to do is it's going to stop publishing all the French and Spanish sessions to that agenda app. When I click Save, it's going to update the configuration. It's now going to tell me you have new configuration changes to publish. Click Publish when you're ready to do so. So just having a look again at the agenda site. So we've got French session here, Spanish session here. To push out that change, I want to click Publish. Those sessions in French and Spanish have now disappeared. So this is only showing the English version. Okay, but I want to create another one for Spanish. So let's go into back to the Publish Agenda list view. And in here, we've got a copy publication button here. So I'll get my agenda web app. I've got an English one. I want to now create another one, but this one's going to be in Spanish. So click copy, and I need to call it something different. I'm going to call it Agenda Web App. Yes, because it's in Spanish. I'm going to give it a subdomain ES to denote that it's in Spanish. Now I'm going to come down here and I want to filter out my content. So I'm going to go Filter Speakers. And I don't want English, I want Spanish. And I also want to just show the Spanish sessions. Now, there's a little bit more I want to do here, because if we look at the agenda app here, all these menu items are all in English. And if I'm going to have a Spanish language version of this, then I want to change what it says over here. So I need to translate these terms. And I can do that in the language and translations section. So in here for locations, I'm going to call those as theatres. Teatros. Agenda stays the same. And timetable, calendario. And a little bit of help from Google Translate for this last one. Okay, so I'm going to now save that. And let's publish that and see what it looks like. So that's now published it to this link. So if we open that up and have a look at it, we can see that it's picked up all of my language for these menu items, and it's filtered the content. So all of these sessions are the ones that are in Spanish. Let's have a look at the timetable view. So yeah, we've just got Spanish session there, Spanish one here, and so on. And similarly, we can look at the speaker list, and it's just the speakers that have got the Spanish label. I can repeat the process for the French. Okay, that's it. That's how to segment your content. If you get stuck, check the docs first. So docs.lineup.ninja. If you really can't find what you need, reach out to support@lineupninja.com, and we'll be more than happy to try and help you out. Okay, thanks for watching, and have fun planning your events. Thanks, bye.